Yeah, we'll see the players head out and LGD rushing down towards that mid lane. And we see Keystars again doing what they have been doing a lot. This surprises me. You have Nature's Prophet, but you don't TP out for double wards when Nature's Prophet, and you also don't use a smoke. We've seen this from Keystars before, like twice, I think, in the group stage, where they just don't prioritize getting the wards down under smoke.
I was surprised. I was wondering, because sometimes you see, the teams go for a late smoke where they walk out and then, they take their time. But yeah, they just consistently, they're kind of greedy with the way that they like to play. Every other team that we've seen.
They know where TA is. They had a ward, saw her run up and meld, so now they can go on her.
Let's break the smoking jungles. Drop down. Pressure already being placed on Costa, and they just have too much damage. So the first blood gonna go over to Neo. They're gonna see if they can finish off FCR, and he is tanky, but they have plenty of lockdown, so they'll get themselves 2, and they'll get themselves some bounty runes.
Man, I'm just not on board with this no smoke, no TP out Fury and stuff. I'm gonna say it, it's not worth, man. You just lost 2 heroes, first blood, and this is just terrible. And of course, they're gonna deny the ward afterwards because it was obvious that they saw the TA go invis. But great play by LGD. Again, very avoidable though for Keystars.
You see a little bit of skirmishing over here again. They had Planet in a good position for the calling. Throughout the tree, just put a little pressure back down, but it's gonna be pretty difficult for them as they'll use a blood grenade. In comes Costa though, he's gonna try to assist, and there it is. There is a redemption kill. Planet now on the run. We'll have that sprout up in a second, but I'm not sure if King Jungles will opt to go for it.
I think of 1 return kill, but that's, first blood, 1 extra kill, and 4 bounty runes. Every single bounty rune to Dire. That's a massive advantage to have in the start of the game. Just, looking at the net worth already on the heroes before lanes even start, it's absurd, the difference.
All right, this mid matchup, I think it's going to be a bit tough for Analog. Nothing to say. Very, very well known. Excellent player. One of the top ones. I think that Analog has his work cut out for him here.
Yeah, at least he did get forced to skill Fissure because of the level 1 fight, so doesn't have the early enchant totem aftershock here. So gonna give him a little bit of a chance here on mid, and also no first blood was given to Shaker. But yeah, for sure, Shaker does pretty well in this lane.
All right, so talk me through these lanes, Waga. What are we going to be seeing? What do we expect to see?
Well, bottom lane for Keystars is the lane that has to work, basically. The TA needs to have a good start here, but the Murta and Doom, they also have some good counterplay with Scorched Earth and W. So far, lane starting out pretty good here for LGD, getting early level 2.
Top lane felt like they were bullying this Bristleback pretty hard. You watch FCR have to walk away earlier on. King RD is just going to try to continue to put down some of this harass against Why You Smile, but when do we see this really activating up here?
Yeah, the way top lane is going, I mean, LGD don't want it to activate. They want to lock this lane down. They want to enable their own pulls right now. They still need to body block sentry block the big camp here, but Luna is having a very, very good start, allowed to completely free farm, and Bristle still struggling a bit to be allowed to CS.
And as that happens, we get the first blood on King Jungle, so that is very good start here for LGD. And Costa's going to be all alone.
Gonna get a very nice kill there, and they're holding the lane in a pretty good position bottom now as well. Trying to go on the Luna, TP in.
Yeah, there's a little bit of harassment going on in the top lane. He's stuck in between them and not going to be able to get that denial. Why You Smile now forced underneath the tower. They don't have the sprout. Looks like they're not going to go and force this. They're happy with the kill on the core, and that's the power of the Nature's Prophet. Once he gets that teleport, and I love the way he does this. He does this super early, maybe a little bit earlier than a lot of people expect, but definitely needed to make some space.
Very early moves. I mean, that was just very unfortunate. Well, for Shiro there, he quelling bladed a tree, but the neutrals immediately filled the gap, so he couldn't sneak out. So the Sprout had full duration, and he was attacked by 2 of these pine cones. So that just brought him down really fast on Luna. I thought he was going to be fine.
Neutrals confirmed. They're going for Keystars here. They paid him off early.
Yeah, ate the wrong tree there. So far on the mid lane, not a huge difference here, but Shaker is, as expected, leading the way a little bit in CS. But Puck is doing completely okay.
I'm curious too, like we've talked about this in the past. We know that around the, minute 6 or so, we start to see these rotations. Are we going to be seeing like very early rotations? Are we going to see them start to rotate around that 5-minute mark, try to get the jump?
LGD like making the 5-minute rotation as well. Like for a very long time, Dota has been very formulaic in this, 6-minute, we need to be there for the power runes. But a lot of teams are starting to break that mold a little bit and go in earlier. And LGD is one of the teams that will quite often make the 5-minute move towards mid to maybe score a gank before the runes. Of course, 4-minute water runes, we don't see any contest this game.
Why you Smile sitting very low here at top. Has 2 stacks of those bristles, 3. King RD putting out some more harass. Is tanking a bunch of this creep wave though. Does have to be a little bit careful. He's gonna go for the snowball play. Maybe just a little bit too far. FCR
he got
not
baited.
in position. Yeah, this is a bait for sure. Maybe they get lucky. Maybe FCR can chase down this Phoenix, but King RD is going to fall first, and it's gonna be the neutral creep who finishes off Why You Smile.
What a good bait by him. He was holding, he had Magic Stick and Fairy Fire, and now Shiro actually going for a lot of clicks onto the no Vanguard here. Loses his courier too. Some quills though. He didn't get his regen off the courier. That hurts a little bit.
Yeah, especially as we are going to be closer and closer to the Vanguard for a Bristleback, and Luna does not like to fight into that. Get a bottle refill in the mid lane though as King RD comes through, and it'll be the same bottle service for Nothing to Say. Why You Smile will deliver.
Yeah, just gonna fill them up, and then looks like they're heading over to the other lanes again though.
King RD will be able to snap up a bounty rune on his way through.
And to talk a little bit about bottom lane, bottom lane, I said it was one of the lanes that needs to do really well here for Keatstars. They have been doing okay on TA in terms of farm, but hasn't really shut down the Doom in any effective way. So he's got his full Vanguard now as well.
Have a rotation top, so not the mid lane this time. We'll be having the support make their way top, probably trying to slow down the Bristle, if at all possible. Leaving New all alone. Again, he is fairly tanky, though. He did just finish up that Vanguard, and that is going to give a little bit
Bristle.
more breathing space. But the top lane, yeah, Bristle, FCR, he was not prepared for this. And he's got his Vanguard, but he's not going to be able to withstand what they throw at him here in the top lane.
This is the big offset in this game. Bristol, I said they need to hit that Aghanim's timing really hard, and they're delaying it now with the way they're playing.
King
What a rune for
RD
Puck.
trying to just secure the rune if possible. Shards are going to push him up over the high ground, though, but there's the hit, there's the rotation, a nice fissure. King RD going to eventually fall here.
At the same time, running for
New.
New.
Can they finish him off? They need one more hit. They have it.
That's a big kill for them. That's really big for Keatstars there. They need to get some kills on the enemy off lane because of Bristol's tempo being lowered here. They need to at least make sure Doom doesn't have a free game here as well.
So I feel like at this point, the laning stage is kind of broken apart a bit. Who do we feel like came out on top? Because it was a lot of skirmishing. We saw like one of those early rotations. We saw a couple baits too.
I mean, Dire are definitely doing better here in the start. The difference being that TA is, pulling ahead a little bit in farm, but the overall ganks and movements have been better by LGD, and yeah, the bait top. So Wisdom Rune, we're gonna see 1-for-1 on the Wisdom Rune. No stealing this game.
Enjoy, Dota. Enjoy.
Interestingly, Luna has gone for the 202 build. He is holding a skill point, so I'm sure he wants to go into the Moonglaves and start jungling. Dive comes in.
Top lane, King Jungle's in position, throwing out that hold here. King RD, they finish him off. In comes Planet, might be able to go and get themselves returned to the snowball though. Coming into play, King RD will end up dying, but those shards holding into place. FCR, he wants more, he wants Planet. He's got a bunch of these stacks up here. He's got 5, needs a little bit more to finish off this Muerta, and he'll be able to get it. So that's a double kill. This Bristleback is gonna be able to bounce back.
Now, all on the back of King Jungle again, just coming in and saving this top lane as well with the rotation. This is definitely going to allow Brazil to farm up a bit.
Chiro does have the Eclipse, has 3 points in that Lucent Beam. King Jungle's just gonna...
committed.
I mean, there's no reason not to. He's hoping maybe Roche, will he help a brother out? Look at how he's playing. He's like, maybe, nah, Chiro will be able to get that kill.
What is this?
That was a nice attempt. He almost took too little damage there. If he tanked one more beam before going into Roche, I think he could have maybe gone to deny, but nice attempt by King Jungle. Still Shiro, gonna get that solo kill taken care of there.
We really haven't seen any sort of movement coming out from this mid lane just yet. Doom is going to get used on the bottom lane. Costa is going to get brought back. And Why You Smile already in a great position. Analog, though, there it is. There's that rotation we talked about with King Jungles. They want to finish off Why You Smile, but that dead shot off in the side. Oh, it's going to be able to help finish off King Jungles as there's a big rotation to this bottom lane. Still holding on to the Echo Slam. Not necessary.
Yeah, they get a 1-for-1 trade, but they won't really be able to hold the tower here. So, gonna have to lose bottom tower. They're still farming the area with TA. I don't think that they can defend this anymore. As Puck used his coil, they're running away, letting this go.
In the top lane, you can see FCR is trying to put as much pressure as he can on the top. Guardian Analog in the mid. Throw out some shards, just try to clean up this wave. Find solutions elsewhere.
Puck is making a move as well towards the top, so top area is now Keatstars to play around with, and LGD sort of transitioning the Luna down here, wants to start using the bottom part, get some levels in the glaives because they have big stacks on Ancients already. Sneaky rotation here with the smoke.
You see Why You Smile. The teleports are coming out, though, so you do have to be careful. King RD throws out the shards. Doesn't really matter, though, when you're up against this Phoenix calling. Making sure that he will be silenced up. Does not have that snowball. Has a couple wand charges. They'll use the egg, and they'll secure a kill because King Jungle's on the back lines. But the rest of the team, they are here. A nice dead shot. Maybe buys them enough time so that Why You Smile will be able to survive his egg. And they take down King Jungles. It is the neutral creep, though. Again, man, I feel like these neutral creeps have made so many moves this game. But they'll take some of these stacks on their way through.
Yeah, neutrals are getting some last hits for sure. Shaker, though, in the meantime, while that fight was going on, is closing in on finishing his Blink Dagger, just farming on the mid. He's at 1,800 gold right now, just needs 400 more, and he has the full Blink. It's going to be when he can start looking to make some moves.
Doom also having only about like 14 seconds left on his ultimate. I think we'll probably see them try to make use of that as soon as it comes up. But they do smoke up on the side of Keatstars. They're looking to see perhaps they can catch someone out, and they ping out you. There's a TA in
without
the area.
The puck, though, so this is not really the biggest rotation ever. And that is a Vanguard Doom, not the easiest target. He needs to step on a trap, I think.
He is prepared here off to the side, too. Then we'll go pop, follow up with the snowball. Again, Planet's here. King Jungle also here. Costa is doomed up. Is going to be forced to walk away. They're going to retreat for the time being. They could potentially go back in after the Doom, but it feels like Costa, he doesn't want to risk it. He wants to just start working towards this Desolator. And Keatstars already making a rotation. They say, all right, didn't work out. Not the worst.
Still a good poke, though, by Keatstars. Even though they didn't get the kill, they now, prompted out the Doom and made sure that he doesn't have a chance to make rotations. But at the same time, New, he just wants to sit here and farm. He's got his Midas coming out already, the full Midas, and he has 3 points in Devour. So he's just sitting to build up his farm and scale, not really looking to play as active as Keatstars are right now.
I mean, he's sitting towards the top of that net worth. TA keeping up because of those glaives, but... Luna just a little bit behind. Everybody, it's funny actually. Both of these teams have a core that has a built-in way of like having cleave, right? The side blades, the glaives. And then you just
basically want to have some form of steroid and ramp up. Shaker looking for a first move here. Gonna jump in on the Nature's Prophets. Should be easy kill without ulti.
Yep. Still holding on to a haste rune too. So that's a blink, that's a haste rune. Still holding on to the Echo Slam. So nothing to say, biding his time patiently, but it's looking very good here.
It's a good timing window for LGD right now before the Aghanim Scepter completes over on Bristleback, and having this Haste Rune and Blink Dagger as well in Shaker, they could play pretty aggressively around him. But for now, they're just building even more stacks. This Ancient stack is getting massive. Planet gonna try and get one more on it for the Luna, who is now 3 points in Moogglaive, so she's ready to farm it whenever she can.
Yeah, really haven't seen any motion towards that buy angle in terms of like doing any scouting, any sort of visual. The King Jungle's dash up. Oh my goodness, the jump forward here from nothing to say. They want to give it a cuss, but the snowball rolling on through. Buys a bit more time. He's going to try to teleport away. Cannot do it. It was a valiant effort from King RD, but LGD, they were already ready. Look at these body blocks. He's saying, King RD, you are not getting out alive. No way.
And beautiful there for LGD, scoring a big win as well, getting more momentum on the Luna here as well as the Doom, who are, the two of them leading the chart. Mid, though, they try and make a play on the Phoenix, but he doesn't really have backup on the puck, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure what were they trying to bait out an egg, maybe thinking that there were more there, but why you smiles, not sweating at all.
I think he was, you know, wanting to get a Nature's Prophet rotation. Thing is, King Jungle has gone for a weird build as well on Nature's Prophet. He's going for 3 points, Nature's Call, only 1 level teleport so far.
They have nothing to say over here, and they know that there's no Echo Slam, so they're going to try to take advantage of it, and they do. They finish him off.
That's a good move by King Jungle, though. Sitting on the high ground, gets a nice find. And they know that the farm is happening. They have a ward observing Luna right now. They want to make a move over there.
Yeah, they're sending the tree babies over as well. Smile sitting a little low. Analog has that illusory orb. He's going to try to put a little pressure down. Planet nearby.
The ward falls. Puck doesn't have blink, so kind of hard for him to get in on the Luna here without taking damage from the glaives.
Feels like they're just trying to place that pressure down. Yu also making his way over. He's got Doom back up now. A little bit of that snowball. Nothing to say. Teleporting over to the mid lane. He's looking to just stop King RD. Good positioning. They'll be able to get themselves a pick off.
That's really nice for him, and they get the entire stack without any real contest. So a lot of, you know, they ran over there, tried to force them to stop, but ultimately every single creep went the way of LGD, and now Luna going over to farm another stack. She's got the entire Manta style already as well. She's starting to, you know, accelerate, and in the carry to carry matchup here, TA does not do great if Luna is ahead in farm. That's a horrible matchup.
Now, lacking a lot of mobility over on the side of Keystars, like you said. You know, you don't have the blink on the puck just yet. Blink will be on Tusk eventually, but still quite a ways off since it is, of course, a support.
So finally, the Aghanim Scepter for Bristle. This is the big timing that you want to play around. It is in time for the 15 minutes as well, so Roshan is top, which is easier for Radiant to take. They can try and play towards that as their next objective with TA and Bristle here. Already, though, LGD, they know this. They're making a move towards top, not giving up the top area.
They've got absolutely terrifying team fight on top of this. So FCR is going to break the smoke. You see that he's got that. They even just go right in for the Echo Slam. They don't want to allow him to be able to use this. So just a quick and just calculated hit coming out from the side of LGD.
That's a nice move to make. This is, you know, taking away the option for Roshan. Then back they go to play towards mid. It's gonna be a bottom rune.
Shield's already in position. Grabs himself that shielder. Nothing to say. A good waning rift will keep him quiet. But they're all grouped up for the most part towards this mid area.
I'm very perplexed by this Nature's Call max builds against a Luna and Shaker. I feel like, you know, most support Nature's Prophets will just max out the Sprout and the teleportation. And this game, I don't really see why he elected to do this.
Do you think he figures that he's gonna have to do like a lot of split pushing perhaps?
I guess you could say that their team is missing pushing power, but split pushing against this lineup I don't think works.
Yeah, King Jungle's getting spotted out. There's that A-Test like we talked about, calling, Sunray, Fissure, everything. They'll finish him off a nice Dream Coil, but they just don't have the means to back it up yet. Costa making his way over. It's just so slow thanks to those Fire Spirits. The Icarus dive away, Egg over to the side. King RD trying to finish off, nothing to say, but he's not going to be able to. Costa running again, that Rod of A-Test coming into play. Doom over onto FCR. Costa's just taking too much damage with the Sunray and everything else. That is yet another kill going the way of LGD.
That was just beautiful by LGD. The positioning on that egg was just close enough to be really useful and not far in enough that they can focus down the egg. So they did the only thing they could on Keystar, started running away, but the Fissure from Shaker there and the positioning by New coming in from behind, LGD are just outclassing them with the movements right now.
It's been a bit of a slow burn year for LGD. You know, they were top of their regional, but definitely struggled on the international scene. But whatever it is, they've hit their stride. They're looking good, looking great in their first phase of group phase. I think they were the second team to confirm.
Yeah, I mean, they only dropped a single game, so they so far have been looking super solid. Keystars, on the other hand, had a pretty struggle type of group stage, and this is starting out to be a pretty tough series for him as well here. 7,000 gold behind a Luna matchup, where Luna definitely is the strongest late gamer here as well.
Analog poking a little bit, does have the Blink Dagger available. But they have to be careful. They have the Echo Slam backup on Shaker. He's working towards that Aghanim's. It is going to be very difficult for them if they get initiated upon.
Oh, FCR is going for the Bloodstone build here as well, even into the Doom. not going for the Lotus Orb to try and get some dispel against what they have, or maybe return the Doom even. I think this could be a risky move. Like, Bloodstone is nice if you have Lotus as well to protect you from getting doomed, but I feel like they have a solution to the Bloodstone right now already in their draft.
Yeah, that is a little bit surprising. Would you like to see FCR? Like, so we've talked about this when we've watched Spirit games, and granted, Spirit is in crazy TI form. Hold on to that thought, top lane. They see you, but there's a follow-up from nothing to say that Doom comes out. King RD is obliterated, and Costa does not survive at all. Oh my goodness.
Boy. The bait again going on to the Doom there, but they're sitting behind LGD. Good positioning, and immediately strike towards Roshan here as well before he moves down to bottom area.
So I was going to ask, though, as they take this Roche, there's a little bit of a play here coming out between you and Analog. I think Analog should be able to walk away. There's no Doom up.
Yeah, there's no kill there.
But so we've seen Team Spirit, whenever they fail at a gank or whatever, which isn't very often, they immediately go again. They constantly reset, go again, constantly reset, go again. So with this Agnum Scepter picked up on FCR, which makes him quite strong, should we see him doing the same thing, like just pairing up with like Analog plus one?
I feel like they have to make moves with Bristleback right now. It's tough because the first fight they took after Agnums was a disaster for them. But I think they're falling maybe victim to this, oh, we can't fight, we're not strong enough yet trap. But you need to just understand this Agnums is still very, very potent right now. They just got a bad positioning. But LGD are moving fantastically over the map right now.
This game is slipping out of the hands of the Keystar. 10K net worth lead at 20 minutes in right now. And this Luna is just going to continue to become bigger and bigger. Has herself that Aegis. No pressure on them really right now to do any sort of just pushing.
I think the big timing for them right now on Keystars is in 300 gold for TA. She has the shard as well, so they get that silence. Could give them something to lock down the Shaker, prevent him from casting his spells freely, and maybe a way for them to take team fights.
Yeah, I'd like to see them take advantage of these cooldowns, right? We talked about them having such a skirmishy lineup, and it just feels like every time they lose the fight, they just back off and like, okay, we need another item, we need to farm. And I feel like that's not necessarily the way that they need to be playing this. I also think Planet has been very, very strong. Watching all these engagements, I've been pretty impressed. Some of these dead shots and callings are just like, they're spot on.
He knows his way around Murta for sure, and having the Atos now as well, gonna give him so much more convenience in a team fight. Can just Atos the Bristleback set up on him, or even bother. Like even Tusk or Puck have to be wary about this, because if you get caught by one ability like the Atos, then it's very easy for Murta to chain that into more silence and stun.
This Luna is just going so fast, this acceleration. I think we just had the data saying it's 6 minutes faster than average for this butterfly.
Yeah,
it's
scary. Super good timing, and very hard to play TA into a butterfly this early, because there's no way he can go MKB already. And the only item he should be going for here is like BKB, I guess, because of the heroes he's playing against. But that doesn't counter the Luna, and Luna's going to the high ground already.
I mean, she's got an Aegis.
That's Rax. You have to protect the tier 3 tower.
You have to be so careful too. There's a double damager and about half duration over on Nothing to Say. He's in a great position. If they group up too tightly, he's going to make them pay for it. In fact, FCR, look at this. He's getting a little closer. Use the Wrath of Nature. Try to just clean up some of these creeps. Give them a moment. But like you said, you can't allow a Luna this farmed to be hitting your buildings.
Nice by King Jungle to cut the creep wave, stopping this push here. And they also held on to their glyph, so not using it, realizing that, it's fine, we got the next creep wave.
This is interesting too. We talked about King Jungle's going for that Nature's Call, and he's using it to like slow down these pushes, right? He teleports towards the back, and he just starts cutting the wave.
It's all he can do right now. It's the best thing for him to be doing, but I feel like you didn't pick Nature's Prophet for this purpose. This is more a reaction to the situation you're in.
True.
Ideally, you want a non-stop gank.
It's a little bit scary. They're going to see if they can jump on the Phoenix. So no egg going to be available for this next fight if they continue. But that's what I want to see coming out from Keystars. I want to see them take these objectives. Bottom lane, New is revealed over to the side, has finished up the Shiva's guard. Looks like they want to maybe put some pressure on this bottom tower.
Yeah, they're trying to do something with the kill that they got, try and get some objective, but this is into Aegis still on Luna. She could TP in very aggressively if she wanted to. Right now, she's just taking the tier 1 tower. And she doesn't want to TP over. She's gonna steal the enemy ancients as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Start pinging out. Goes
Looks
a
like
little bit
Tormentor,
dangerous here. Does have the blink dagger and it's gonna just teleport away.
Tormentor gets called by Shiro here. He's like, guys, come, let's take it. And he's very close to the full satanic on Luna now. 3.4k golds.
Spooky.
That timing is going to be absolutely massive, though he won't have Aegis anymore. And LGD, they're probably going to be tactical enough not to go high ground without Aegis in this game. Like I said, LGD play very, very structured Dota. And Keystars, they're struggling right now to break this. It's like, you know what's coming. You know exactly what LGD are doing. It's just so difficult to stop it right now.
Muerta picking up the shard thanks to the Tormentor. She's got that Pierce the Veil upgrade. Which could come in handy. Mid lane, jump over onto King RD. This is looking not great for him right now, but he's got the snowball. It's going to try to slow him down just a little bit, but we have the Ag Scepter on Nothing to Say, so I'll happily take that quick pick.
And with Tusk dead, we see Doom thinking about going into the enemy team here. As Keystars were grouping towards top. Doom kind of angling for a jump on them.
See what
Getting his
else
travels next, so he can just keep farming and always be ready to join his team. And Shiro, look at the confidence. He's like, yep, I can just go and farm wherever I want right now. And I want your ancients, because that's basically TA's bread and butter. You want to farm ancients over and over. But by going here, he takes away that option.
Almost have that Agnum Scepter completed now for Nature's Prophet. So that will help out in some of these really large team fights, being able to, rip people into place. But it definitely, you need more. Like, you can't go into this team right now 5v5. It's just going to be too painful.
It's, one component, and having the PKB just now completing on TA as well. They're hitting a few timings. They're also very close to a full Blink Dagger on Tusk.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Puck.
There is a nice find there for the side of LGD.
See the value of having those watchers. It's so nice, just extra wards, and Puck walking up a dangerous high ground.
A little bit surprised over here as Neo finding an opening on King RD, even opts to use the Doom. Just wants to ensure that he can get this pick off right now.
It's a pretty chill game for him, and a last little whip comes out.
King Jungles is trying to help out here, and again, he's fairly tanky. They need to have some sort of way to cancel out the TP, and they just don't have it, unfortunately, for the side of Keystars, as Shiro's already in the base, realizing, okay, Puck's down, Tusk is down. We can put some pressure, because they're just not going to want to take this battle without some of their other heroes.
Yeah, like I said, if he manages to crack a tier 3 tower, that's when Luna, we've all seen how fast she can just take the barracks. So this bit of damage on tier 3 tower, even though she didn't take it now, is really big.
King Jungles needs to be very careful here, because he's got nothing to say, chasing him around the secret shop, and he is just dead. As over in the mid lane, FCR is trying to just push them off the buildings. The Eclipse does get used. He's all right. He's still alive. They took a lot of damage as back lane. You can see the Dream Coil gets used on Why You Smile and Shiro, but not going to have that damage quite yet, as Analog popping back in yet again. Wants to finish off Why You Smile. Will be able to do it. Ato's holding King RD into play. Jumping in. There it is. There's the Echo Set from Nothing to Say. They rip apart both of the heroes on the side of Keystars. And now Costa running for his life. This is not looking like he'll survive this either. A very precise hit here coming out from LGD, which is going to mean that they can go break into the base.
They're just going straight for it. Beautiful play again. LGD are just playing them like a fiddle at this point, baiting them. Even the Phoenix kill that they got, this like, oh, small victories, right? Well, you got the Phoenix, but then you overcommitted because of it. Did you really get the Phoenix, or did he allow you to go on him? It feels like LGD are just 2 steps ahead.
Feel like they get got. Now King Jungles, the Doom is back up. He's going to get picked off by New. He's on to his tricks here, trying to cut the wave.
And they are trying to push top as well, but Analog doing what he can here, trying to keep the creeps away from the tier 2 tower. He knows the only thing standing between them and mega creeps if they, start bringing this tower down.
He's gonna have Dream Coil up in a couple seconds. Needs to be careful though. He's gonna pop over for 4 minute, grab up the rune, and just run away, see if he can cut through again, have to be so careful because the rest of the team, they're on their way.
Yeah, they're running the Murta. Can she get a dead shot?
They're trying to...
Doesn't expect it.
Feels like they're trying to pin... Oh, it landed! This guy's good. A little bit of a dodge here on that Atos, the blink out. They can see themselves, Shiro. They want to try to make something happen off of this. Shard's coming into play. FCR just turning his back, just trying to start stacking all of this nasty stuff. They do have the Satanic. It's a good throw in the middle here as he jumps and get rid of FCR. That big threat no longer an issue. Costa trying to kite around the other side, but King RG will be next to fall. And now they'll end up losing King Jungle's analog, running away. That is not the way that Keystars wanted that fight to go. And LGD, they feel very good about it.
It always feels like they're just a little bit too far with someone. They commit the coil there to try and burst the Luna, but they didn't really have both TA and Bristleback nearby, so couldn't bring her down fast enough. And with the protection from Planet, coming in with the Glimmer Cape, the mech, making sure his Luna stays healthy there, and the Satanic, of course, doing a good job healing him up, even through the Bristleback.
Well, he has Doom, but needs to be very quick, gets it down. Analog, your finger's just not fast enough, my friend.
That's rough. I mean, against Warstomp and the Infernal Blade, you just get stunned up. Level 22 Doom now. He's flying ahead here in this game. And you could probably have said that, you know, LGD, maybe they could have just pushed straight towards the tower, but Roche is up, and they play the important objective.
I mean, there's no reason not to take it, right? This game feels very firmly in the hands of LGD. So you might as well take your time, go in, get yourself this Roche, the extra life for the extra insurance.
King Jungle, he's faking TP into Roche Pit. Yeah, I don't think you want to finish that one. As they, of course, completely ignore that threat. Oh, some couriers might fall victim to Nature's Prophet here, though.
He's trying, but Neo is not happy about this. Nice little push down to the low ground, though. He's going to try to run. Nothing to say. Manages to land the fissure. Gonna hop on over. They use that. Can they bait it, though? Can they get the damage? Oh, my God. He's absolutely toast, but in comes the Doom. Because the FCR, they split this up. King RG getting chased. They have to run away from this egg. They don't want to play against it because nothing to say. Sitting a bit low, but he is going to be all right thanks to the immediate reaction coming out from the side of LGD. FCR just continuing to stack whatever he can. 7 stacks onto New, but the rest of the team, they aren't in position. They aren't ready to fight this.
Yeah, it's super tough. Costability, again, just having to run away immediately. I feel like this TA, you know, this was your last pick here on the side of Keystars, and I feel like it's just not looking impactful enough for justifying it as a last pick here. You normally look towards those, you know, the picks that you get later in the game, you really want them to shine, and over on LGD, we definitely see that, you know, their entire roster is shining here, but again, TA gets caught by a Doom.
Costa cannot be on this map if he doesn't know where Neo is. In fact, like this is just, he knows that he can't run away. And the TPs come out, or sorry, the tips come out from LGD. They're like, man, this guy's on fire. And I think we saw earlier with the stats, right? He has one of the highest KDAs that currently is going on here for the group stage.
Yeah, he's absolutely ridiculous. One of the few who are not. I think everyone else was a mid laner as well. But yeah, he's repping here from the offlane. Shiro on the high ground with Aegis.
I mean, the bright side, they don't have Doom. This might be the best fight that they could potentially get, but they don't have their TA either, which is the main source. Plus, they've got the Aegis. In comes Neo, finding the opening onto FCR. He's just toast.
He got way too close there, trying to defend the tier or the barracks. Not sure why he walks close even when there's no way they can fight, but this is looking all but over right now.
Yeah. They smell the blood in the water, for sure. They realize there's no buyback on TA. This Bristleback, who's supposed to be so incredibly strong, is just pretty much a non-factor. They will buy back, though.
Yeah, gonna try to get out, but the Fissure is keeping them in their base.
I don't think they can. Analog jumping in. They want to show signs of life. They get the Dream Coil off on the backside, but who do you focus on? Nothing to say. Jumps in. And again, there's going to be another buyback. The egg is here. King RD, he's trying. They're just putting out as much as they can, seeing if they can get a kill. Costa's in his base practically. And
They're not finishing.
It is GG.
Yeah, a little bit of a fountain dive before ending this game. Beautiful game won by LGD. Super strong performance here. And I mean, Keystars, they just looked pretty lost on the map. I think a lot of it comes back to the early game. We saw Bristleback get shut down hard.